Shavkat Rakhmonov accident. Conor McGregor fired, and 2 terrorists fighting in the UFC. We got some stuff to talk about this week. We're going to get right into it, starting with Shavkat Rakhmonov. It's kind of baity. He wasn't in the accident. His wife and son got into a horrible, horrible accident this week. His wife was driving. The car overturned, and her 2 friends that were in the car, 35 and 39, sadly passed away. The wife and son survived, but they're in serious condition in the hospital. You know what's crazy? Yesterday, Sean Brady posted, calling out Shavkat. He was like, I want to fight. Where's Shavkat, bro? He's at the hospital with his wife and son. He had said in the comments, it was recorded on Sunday before the news came out, before this had happened. Just don't post it, bro. You don't have to post that clip. Prayers up to Shavkat and his family. Guess he's not coming, but bro, he's so inactive. And then he goes, no, I want a title shot, bro. You had a boring fight in December. It's now August tomorrow. When this is posted, it'll be August. You don't get a fight. You don't get a title fight. 0 top 5 wins, I believe. You need to fight again, Shavkat. I know you're undefeated. I know you've finished everybody except Ian Gary. Get a top 5 win and we'll talk. Prayers up to Shavkat's family. Hope that they can pull through this. Horrible news to come out on the Monday. Truly heartbreaking stuff. Again, prayers up to Shavkat. Next, we got a couple Conor McGregor news things going on. Conor rocking the hog rider haircut. Pull up the pic. Conor McGregor hog ridered up. Just gave his first blood test for the UFC testing pool. Now listen, we all think he's going to pop, right? We all think he's going to piss hot. This dude's been on so much drugs and steroids for years now. There's no way that he's not pissing hot. Right? He's going to have crazy testosterone levels. But the other Conor McGregor news, his bar, the Black Forge, was set on fire. You can see the video here. Like a light. There's fire right there in his bar. Now, this is the bar that Conor McGregor punched that old man in. Didn't sleep him even. Punched an old man, and then he buys the bar. It's a bit weird, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Why would you buy the bar that you commit a crime in? You have to understand an extra piece of information here. That old man wasn't just some random Irish lad that he punched in the head. That old man was the father of, what are they called, the mafia? Is it the Irish mafia, the mob? Whatever. That old man was the father of the leader of whatever it's called, the Irish mob. I don't even know what they are called. Who do drug trafficking and shit. Now Conor's on all these drugs. There was a hit. There was a hit for his head. They wanted to kill Conor McGregor because he punched the dad in the face, and then he just met up with the guy, and it seemed to go away. And I don't know, bro. You look at the stories and you go, okay. Now he wants to become president. I don't know, bro. Some things, they're a little shifty. Conor McGregor's bar is on fire, but if you want my YouTube channel to be on fire, hit that subscribe button. I post videos like these every single week. I don't have anything else to say, so I guess we'll go back to the news now. Dan Hooker had some big talk on Twitter after the fights this weekend. I like Dan Hooker a lot. He's making a couple really interesting call-outs here. Calling out, firstly, Charles Oliveira, Charlie Olives. He said, someone wake up Charlie Olives. Tell him we're fighting in November. On a side note, Armin's a bitch, and he can get it too. Daddy's home. So, Dan Hooker, what a fucking dog, by the way. I think, no, he wasn't a BMF contender, but I think he can be. He's a bad motherfucker, dude. I've seen him get, was it a head kick, and he just ate that shit clean against, was it Jalen Turner, maybe? I forget. That would have been if that's correct, dude. That's crazy. He's such a fucking gamer. He will break bones in the fight. Like, he broke his arm in some fight and just didn't care. Continued fighting. Spoke about it in the post-fight press conference, or in the post-fight interview. Where he goes, 'tis but a flesh wound. I love this shit, boys. I love this shit. Dude, we fucking love Dan Hooker. He loves getting into dog fights. He's good as well. His last fight, he was scheduled to fight Gaethje. I don't even remember when that was. But he broke his arm, had to pull out. Gaethje ended up fighting Rafael Fiziev, so that fight didn't get rebooked. But now he's calling out Charles Oliveira. Honestly, it's a good fight, dude. It's a really good fight. I think someone in the comments said rather see Dan versus Max. That is heat. That's exactly what I want to see as well. Dan Hooker's a BMF. I was just talking about it. Max Holloway, BMF holder. Book that fight. That would be a fucking banger. Low-key, I don't even know who would win. But Charles Oliveira has a good call. Charles Oliveira coming off a brutal knockout loss at 35 years of age. He should maybe be ready by November. I don't know if he wants to come back that soon. I'm happy with him fighting Charles or Max. I feel like Charles puts him on a closer track to the actual lightweight title, though, so I believe that would be a smarter fight for him to take. However, he did also call out Arman Tsarukyan. Like, I get it. Arman's number one contender. If you want to fight if you want to fight for the title, you got to fight Arman. I don't like Arman at all. I don't like Arman at all. He's such a little bitch, dude. And you know why? You know what it is? It's because he's very spoiled. He grew up rich. He got everything he wanted. And so now the UFC is saying, you pulled out on 1 day's notice from a title fight. You do not get another title fight. You made us scramble to find a backup for you. We had to take Renato Moicano, number 11 ranked in the world, and put him up against Islam Makhachev in a headliner of a pay-per-view because you want to pull out on short notice, on 1 day's short notice. You know what I mean? So you do not get another title shot, Arman Tsarukyan. You're not right back into that. You have to prove yourself again. Prove that the company can trust you. Because what happens? They give you another title shot. Oh, pull out on 1 day short notice again because I hurt my back training with Nina Drama. And they did say that it was a weight miss. Dana White said this recently. It wasn't even a back injury, which they had originally told us. It was a weight miss. So you really have to prove yourself at 155 again. I don't think Dan Hooker's the guy to do it. I feel like maybe the Patty fight, but even that just feels like, I don't know. I don't know who to matchmake for Arman because I just don't like Arman. I don't find his style fun. I understand he trains hard as fuck and he's working hard as fuck and he wants to get back in there, but like, dude, I just don't find him that fun. Like, low-key, I could see this fight being made. I don't know that Dan Hooker's number one contendership ready, though. Like, this would be a title eliminator, and I don't think Dan Hooker's at that level. I think he's maybe coming off of a loss. So he's not coming off of a loss. He's on a 3-fight win streak. 2 of them are by split decision, though. You know? And they're not against, they're against good comp, but not elite. Like Mateusz Gamrot. Sorry, Gamrot is the GOAT, but, dude. Mateusz Gamrot, yeah. He is in this video. I think he's next, actually. So, perfect transition. Well, Dan Hooker, I want to see the Charles Oliveira fight, maybe a Max Holloway fight. Fuck Arman. But he has just beat Mateusz Gamrot. Mateusz Gamrot is in the works, allegedly. I don't even know if there's a date for this. From Benny Baralho the Brilliant on Verdict. Mateusz Gamrot versus Beneil Dariush is in the works. This is a very good fight. I can see this matchup being made. Benny coming off a nasty win over, nasty win. It was like it was kind of not the best fight. Renato looked fucking dog shit in that fight, and Benny looked worse, but he still won. He did better than Renato. He didn't look that bad. Honestly, he looked better. He did better than I thought he would do. I thought he was getting slept because his chin is mostly gone. Now he's taking on Mateusz Gamrot. Mateusz Gamrot, dude, bro. This guy, I'm so glad I didn't watch his last fight, by the way. I don't know even what card it was on. I don't know who it was against. I was shitting the entire thing. I shit for the entire thing, and I heard that it was awful because it was just lay and pray. I don't find him fun. I think he's kind of boring. He's good at what he does. He's similar with the Arman style. I'm just going to hold you down. Not really chase a finish. Still think Benny wins by decision. I don't know, man. For this fight, like, I think Beneil is just, like, if he's on his way out, right? Just beat Hanato, but before that, he was on, 2 knockout loss streak? He's on his way out. Mateusz Gamrot, I feel, will just dominate him. He didn't look amazing in his last fight, you know what I mean? He's 35, 36 maybe now. I think he's 35. I don't know. I think Mateusz Gamrot will win this fight pretty easily. We'll see it at some point. It might be like maybe a December or November. Yeah. Next. Fight announcement for this weekend. This weekend was originally scheduled to be Tatsuro Taira versus Amir Albazi. Amir had to pull out yet again. Shocker, I know. Amir Albazi pulling out of a fight. I've never seen something like this before. I don't know if this probably was not a title eliminator. I mean, you got Josh Van in the wings, but Tatsuro Taira coming off his first loss against fucking, I don't even know who. Amir Albazi also coming off a loss against Brandon Moreno. I think Tatsuro Taira just lost to Brandon Royval. They're both good losses to have. Tatsuro didn't look that good in his last fight. He got dominated. I think it was maybe a 49-48 or 49-47 and or a 50-45. 49-46 or 50-45. I'm not too certain. I think it was one of those. Can I be honest with you? Who the fuck is Hyun Sung Park? And I want to talk about this as well. There was another fight made also this week because Hyun Sung Park was pulled from his steep. So, Tatsuro Taira was supposed to fight Amir Albazi. Amir Albazi pulls out on Monday. Hyun Sung Park fills in. Tatsuro Taira is very good, man. I am happy, thank you! 5-round flyweight main event. Tatsuro Taira is extremely good. I mean, I was going to say well-rounded. He's not well-rounded. His striking is lackluster, but his grappling is extremely good. So for the past however long, Hyun Sung Park has been in the gym training for Steve Erceg. That bout was supposed to happen August 9th, a week after this fight. Then Amir Albazi falls out. Hyun Sung Park goes, I'll fight Tatsuro Taira, the heavy grappler. I'm training for Steve Erceg, who's a striker. Period. He's a striker. He likes boxing. He likes knocking people the fuck out. So let me come up on 5 days short notice to fight against one of the best grapplers in the division. Like, I understand that they needed a fight, but dude, this is dumb from Hyun Sung Park. I think he's going to get dominated. It's going to be a 25-minute fight of pure domination from Tatsuro Taira. He might submit him, but I think it will just be a domination. Now you might be wondering, Steve Erceg's supposed to be fighting next week. He got his opponent pulled. What the fuck is going on in the UFC? They're matching up Steve Erceg against Ode Osborne, the Jamaican sensation. So, let me just go in my mind a bit here. Maybe Steve Erceg denied the fight, but why would you not make Steve Erceg versus Tatsuro Taira, former title contender, against up-and-comer prospect in Tatsuro Taira? Former title challenger even, not even a contender. Steve Erceg fought for the title. It was undeserved as fuck, don't get me started. He fought for the title, he almost won. And now he's fighting Ode Osborne when they could have done Steve Erceg versus Tatsuro Taira and Hyun Sung Park versus Ode Osborne, which is a way better fight on both sides. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, Ode is good. Ode's all right. I think he will lose this fight by knockout. Ode, like, dude, I don't know. He's a good guy. He's got a good story and everything. Erceg just has power, bro. He has power. It's undeniable. And he's on a 3-fight losing streak because he got beat the shit out of him by elite competition. I think this is a better matchup for Steve Erceg, but it would have made more sense to put him against Tatsuro Taira and put Hyung Sung Park against Ode Osborne. Another big fight for UFC 320. Ateba Gautier has been booked against Ozzy Diaz. Ozzy Diaz is so bad. He's so bad. He's not good. They're trying to kill him, bro. They are actually trying to kill Ozzy Diaz. Ateba Gautier coming off a brutal knockout win over Robert Valentin. I think the fight was like 40 seconds, and it probably didn't have to be. He hurt Robert Valentin immediately. First strike that he threw, he hurt Robert Valentin, and Robert was just hurt for the rest of the fight until he got dropped badly, and the referee stepped in 40 seconds later. Ateba Gautier has extreme power. He's very, very good. They're feeding him Ozzy Diaz. They want a highlight reel sleep. Because if we're honest, like Gautier, he's 2-0 in UFC, but his 2 knockouts have not been like, oh, we can replay this 1,000 times. You know what I mean? The knockout over skinny fat Mexican dude, I forget his name. It's a good knockout. He slept him really good, but it's not clippable. You know, it's not like we had this moment where he just like flatlines this random schmo. You know what I mean? This can. So they put him against Robert Valentin, who's a Torres Finney victim. They want him to flatline Robert Valentin, and he hurts him. And Robert, I was there, so I don't have the best memory of this because I was also drunk. Robert Valentin's like running across the octagon, and he ends up putting him down pretty bad. Referee steps in at a reasonable time. Again, it's not like this is the clip of Ateba Gautier flatlining Robert Valentin. It's a TKO victory. It's very good. It's not that clippable. Now they're putting against Ozzy Diaz. I think they just want the clippable knockout. Same thing that they did with Marc-Andre Barrios, but Marc-Andre almost won that fight. If we're honest, he almost won that Shara Bullet fight. I'm biased. He won that Shara Bullet fight. He didn't, but, you know. Broke the fuck out of his nose, though, eh? Anyways, Ozzy Diaz getting slept round 1. Next. Please. Please. I have never wanted something more in my life than for Dominic Reyes to flatline Carlos Ulberg, dude. I hate Carlos Ulberg. He did not win his last fight against Jan Blachowicz. It was so fucking dog shit. Like, it was just not a good fight. I don't think he's that good of a fighter. Former model. Now he looks... I mean, he can still probably pull off modeling, but... I don't know, dude. He's like... got this aura around him that he just is so amazing, and I don't think that he's that good. I don't think... because he's in title area right now. Beating Jan Blachowicz, that puts you in, like, the conversation, right? I think there's a few guys ahead of him. Light heavyweight, he's got, like, Yuri Khalil. I think Hill's probably out right now. Like, of title contendership, I mean. Hill needs another 1 or 2. Probably 1. Former champion. Carlos Ulberg's in that conversation right now of, like, if he beats Dom Reyes, he might be next. You know? I think Yuri should be next. I think it's probably, realistically, winner of... I mean, no shit. Winner of Yuri Prochazka and Khalil Roundtree's taking on winner of Alex and Magomed. Carlos Ulberg's in that conversation. If he beats Dominic Reyes, and I don't want him to because he's boring as shit. Dominic Reyes coming off a very, very nice knockout over Nikita Krylov, who was, by the way, let's talk about this. On Saturday, he was the favorite against Bogdan Guskov. Easiest money ever, dude. Easiest money ever. Bogdan Guskov was going to kill this fucking guy. I saw it coming a mile away. Lands a crazy... was it a... I don't even remember what he landed, but he slept him at the end of round 1 bad. It wasn't as bad as the Dominic Reyes straight left, but it was still a bad finish. Nikita Krylov is so done. Dominic Reyes, back in title contention, just like Carlos Ulberg. I think if he wins this fight, he's super in the conversation. Maybe he needs one more, like the loser of Yuri and Roundtree, which I think that will probably be anyways what it is. This is in Perth, by the way. That's crazy. I just seen today, by the way, unrelated entirely. Well, kind of, because they're in Perth. There's no Apex card from late August to early November. We have like 3 months of no Apex, which makes me question, what are they doing there? I guess, no, because Contender Series will be over. I don't know. Contender Series. I don't know. What are they doing in the Apex? And it's only on Tuesday's Contender Series, and it's live. Isn't it? Is it live? I don't actually know. I haven't watched it enough. I don't really watch Contender Series. I'm going to this season, though. I like this fight. I just want Dominic Reyes to win. He's not... I think he's good, man. I like Dominic Reyes a lot. Anyways, two terrorists meet each other in the octagon. At some time, there was no date announced for this fight. Umar Nurmagomedov is taking on Mario Bautista. Holy shit, this fight will be boring. I hope that maybe a meteor hits the octagon while them two are fighting. That's what I hope. Because holy shit, dude. They're both extremely boring. This is a title... Oh my god, this is a title eliminator as well. Fuck! I think Umar will win. I just think he's very good on the ground. And he can actually get it there as opposed to Mario Bautista, who will just hold you against the cage for 15 minutes because he's a bitch. I want to see the Mario Bautista Henry Cejudo fight. That's actually a good one that was spoken about by Mario Bautista. I saw him, by the way. I dapped up Mario Bautista. Umar Nurmagomedov coming out of the loss to Merab Dvalishvili. Good fight. He got bished 49-46. Maybe 54. I think it was 49-46. Could be a 48-47, but I don't know. I think he lost that fight pretty clearly. I don't like him at all. Also, before that, he beat Corey Sandhagen in a decision that I don't remember, so probably wasn't that good of a fight. Mario Bautista, like I just said, he just fought Patchy Mix. I don't remember that fight at all. This fight will be so bad. This fight will be awful. Two terrorists. Umar will win. Finally! We got the 319 co-main event. This event sucks. UFC 319 is horrible. UFC 319 is actually awful cheeks and ass. UFC 319 is dog shit, bro. Lerone Murphy's taking on Aaron Pico. Lerone Murphy coming off a very boring decision win over Josh Emmett. He just fired body kicks the whole time. He's like a worse version of Leon Edwards, bro. He's just a worse Leon Edwards. Boring kickboxer. He's taking on Aaron Pico in his debut. Aaron Pico debuting at co-main event on a pay-per-view. He looks like he's juiced, by the way. He was supposed to fight Movsar Evloev. Movsar had to pull out due to injury. They did reschedule that fight for some time, but then Movsar was like, hey, I'm not healed enough to fight then. So they just rebooked Pico against Lerone Murphy. This fight will be dog shit boring. Probably Lerone Murphy's going to win. He's very good at point fighting, what he does. I don't care for this fight. UFC 319 is officially cooked. The card is just not that good. Okay, listen. I'm not one of these guys that complains about every single card. This weekend card is dog shit, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. I just checked it out. It's not, like, amazing. It's not UFC 300, obviously. But, like, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I might have cast my judgment too soon, and I apologize for that. However, next fight, as posted by Charles Johnson himself. I haven't seen this posted anywhere else but from Charles Johnson himself. He will be taking on Lonair Kavanagh on August 23rd. What a banger! Oh, I love Charles Johnson, bro. That's my boy. We talk on Instagram DMs sometimes. Lonair Kavanagh's really good. I can't abandon the Scarlet Gang. Lonair Kavanagh's really good, man. Lonair Kavanagh's coming off a win over Felipe Del Santo. It was a very good fight. It was fun to watch. I will say this. Felipe Dos Santos no longer in the UFC. I know Lonair Kavanagh was like this hyped up prospect from Contender Series. His first fight, if I remember correctly, it was him. It could have been a Navajo Sterling, maybe. That wasn't his first fight, but I'm saying it might have been Navajo Sterling that was really boring, but I feel like Lonair Kavanagh's first fight was really boring as well. His recent FDS fight, Felipe Dos Santos fight, was very good. I'm the only guy who calls him FDS, by the way. Why does he get a nickname? It was good. It was a very good showing. I think it went to decision, but he won pretty clearly. He had a giant cut on the top of his head, and it was like making his face red. It was sick as fuck. Charles Johnson, he's coming off a loss. He didn't look that good in that fight, I'll be honest, but he has a knockout win over Joshua Van, who's next for the title. Charles Johnson is amazing. I saw a meme today about how everyone's going to react when in 1 year's time Charles Johnson is knocking out Pantoja. I agree. I believe. All right. Charles Johnson has good power. He's got unorthodox striking. I fuck with him heavy. He's been training hard as shit, by the way. If I scroll down here, you can see he's doing like 55-minute rounds with 45-second breaks. That's a lot of training, bro. So, I think low-key, I don't know. I feel like I like Charles Johnson so much, but dude, Loner Kavanov's good. I think I am going to go with Loner Kavanagh, unfortunately, to win this fight. Charles Johnson, surprise me. I know you can do it. All right? You know, I'm not writing you off on this one, buddy. I see a Charles Johnson win in this fight, but I just feel like Loner is just really fucking good. You know, he's kind of getting screwed short on the stick on this one. I feel like Loner is going to be maybe top 15, for sure top 15, like maybe like top 7 flyweight fighter. I don't know if he'll be champion. We'll see. We'll see how he does in this fight. Please, Charles Johnson. Please. That'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider the like and subscribe button. That was not my credit card, but I just threw it. Where the fuck did that go? I do also want to say for the Charles Johnson, I can't pull the fight back up. I don't give a fuck enough. The reason he lost to Temerov was because of the Pablo curse. My personal curse, it has affected many a fighter. It affected Kevin Holland most recently. Anytime a fighter talks to me, they lose their next fight. It's happened 3 times. It's not a lot, but it's happened, all right? Yusuf Zalal and Alexa Grasso, watch out! Every time a fighter has spoken to me, Kevin Holland on his walkout, I told him that D-Rod doesn't know what a 45-70 is, and he pointed at me, he goes, I know, and then he lost. So D-Rod did know what a 45-70 is. Ryan Spann, actually, he won. He spoke to me. I asked him if he liked the new Superman movie. He said he did. Ryan Superman Spann. So, we're like 1 for 4, which is not a great record. Charles Johnson spoke to me on Instagram DMs. I told him that his opponent was 5'3", got slept. And somebody else, too, I forget. I'll find the picture, maybe. I probably won't, actually. It's not that big of a deal. Whoops. It's a real curse, and I apologize, Charles Johnson. I mean, if it affects you in your next fight. But I need you to win against Loner Kavanagh. Tell the people that my curse is not real, all right? Tell the people that they can trust talking to me. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.